This episode is brought to you by PHEMEX Crypto Exchange, our first ever brand deal here for the Arca Bulls trading team, guys. Make sure to pick up a very good VIP tier for trading your leverage futures accounts in PHEMEX. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get this thing rolling and rolling. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and talk about this massive run on XRP starting just about December 1st. Just about right. The ending of December 1st, we started just exploding here. With this price action, we talked about two targets. Of course, we always had the bottom ones of the 195, 191s, right? And we also talked about, particularly in the last thread of analysis, right? We spoke about the probabilities of bouncing from this target here, which was the 199,555, and the low that we actually got, right? If we just point at this candle here, the low that we got on that was 199,503 from the 555 that we have listed right here, guys. So pretty close there. In consideration, right? I mean, we were talking about potentially, double bottoming at this 198. That's kind of what the statistics were suggesting. We got a massive inverse head and shoulders here, right at the bottom of a trend, which is typically a very bullish signal for continuation. And I will say, guys, that there is something happening right now that might introduce the potential second wave of continuation. Now, the continuation may not be the biggest one, but it is continuation nonetheless, which means it's going to be another little pump to the upside here, and that would be in light of our Tether dominance itself, of course, guys, right? So take a look at this right over here. Oh my goodness, we are now breaking below the critical lows, right? This is your inflection zone on Tether dominance. Remember, guys, that as this runs to the downside, it certainly gives us the opportunity to long your crypto assets, right, guys? That's typically what happens here. So if it is that it actually is breaking down below this inflection zone, well, we do have a couple areas here that can spark a bit of interest for at least a support for a bounce to the upside, right? The last thing we want to do is just parabolically drop on the price action here, at least percentage-wise, from the Tether dominance. Why don't we want to do that? Well, because it would just be a quick upside, and then everything would just fall on crypto, right? We want this to be as balanced as we can be, right? We determined that, we would get a nice upside, right, and rejecting these areas on top, which we also nailed. We also nailed the timing of it too, right? This was your 2-week, 7-month close period, and we timed it pretty much dead on the money. And yeah, historically speaking, we've seen rejections from these zones here, massive rejections. So historically, the probabilities are great for a continuation, and this is just really starting, right, guys? So the next actual step on this is it's approaching right now, okay? So I want to prepare you for this. Now, the next step is going to be the zone to where you get a short-term bounce, right? So on Tether dominance specifically, okay? So once you reach this 5.850%, you're at 890, right? There could be a bounce to validate resistances all the way back up to these areas here, 5.965 to maybe even 6.014. Now, that introduces just a slight pullback in XRP, right? So what would that be? Well, already we can see that this is kind of headed upwards here, right? Straight to that 222 target, maybe get up to the areas of even, actually we could maybe see even up to 223, 276. It could be a high of that up there as well. Now, I'm saying this because that the upside on the USDT, the Tether dominance, is pretty notable, right? That introduces opportunity. Okay, so how would this play out? Well, number one, very, very clearly, we have been just running, and again, we've been ignoring all kinds of all kinds of inflection, right? So let's go ahead and just take a look at what price action has done so far and see what we see what we can observe as far as a potential pullback, right? Because this, guys, I mean, look at this. We just had an immense drop, and then huge just rejection of that drop based on those historic lows that we were talking about. And we haven't really touched back on your support system, right? So, well, while a lot of people could think that it would be targets like these here, I'm going to doubt that just a little bit, right? And I say this because I do believe that we have, this area here to back test, right? So if we can just observe your 206.668 against maybe a larger time frame, then that's going to start making a little more sense. So 206.668. Let's go ahead and just kind of prop our, okay. So notice all of these candles right here, right? You see all those, you see all these wicks right here, right? All these wicks are roughly that 207, 206, 209 area. They're completely confluent. You got the bottoms of these here, right? That's your 208s, right? Then you just kind of scooch down just a little bit here, and you have all these wicks together down here, anywhere between 206 and around 207. So the relevance of all of those candles there, including even these right over here at 206.925, even as low as these right here at 205.124, that kind of relevance is what I'm talking about here, okay, team? So we need to kind of break above these areas, resist at, your local resistances, and then kind of retrace back and continue. So for now, I do think that the upside is prevalent, and I do believe that we have some critical resistances coming up, specifically between, I think we could probably make it all the way up here in the space between 5.886% of the Tether dominance to just around 5.848, and that could even dip just a little bit below. So expect an upside here, guys, just for the immediate short term. Don't get fooled on this rally just yet, right? Wait for the pullback, and everything will be good, right? Just remember, it does take a little bit of patience here in order for us to really become positioned correctly. Sorry, I'm thinking here at the same time. So yeah, guys, I think I would give it a pretty good read here of 225.309 to just around the targets of about 226.674, right? I know there's going to be a mess here, but I know I got them there somewhere. 309, so I'm gonna get rid of this here, and they would just, I already had a target similarly to that already. So I'm gonna get rid of the yellow one. I'm gonna keep my original discretion because that is pretty considerate. So yeah, guys, I would say that this resistance here, I'm gonna draw it in there for you. I'm gonna start cleaning this up here, right? There's a lot of price action that we've been talking about in the guidance of this downside to the upside. And all good, right? So let's go ahead and just kind of mark the prices off here, right? We're gonna put the receipts on this, just like this, and we can use this top side just in case. I'm not saying that we are gonna reach that 229.374. It'd be amazingly sweet, but we're kind of due a little bit here, just for a little bit of a retrace, right? Before a bigger continuation, should it be in the cards here, right, guys? So let's just go ahead and get rid of these lines here, this one here, and keep this one as a liquid zone. Liquidity could be found right up here at 229.374, but I feel a little more towards the 225.312 to 229.374. So even through the eyes of like volatility, guys, this we're still expanding. Upside here is validated on the hourly time frame. We're looking good. The upside targets are already pointing at a 221 on this, right? So we're almost there, and just a little bit of head shake here on your USDT, guys. So the continuation, it really has to look. Let me come back to this. The continuation really would have to be, breaking below this inflection zone. So it keeps on teasing it, right? And you can also see that very much so on the XRP asset that we are definitely right around those resistances, similarly to the support levels of your tether dominance, right? That's it's typical, guys, right? We'll face a little bit of lower volume here as people kind of, get a little nervous over the breaking out or not. Should it be, could it be a false breakdown on tether dominance? Absolutely, right? That would be an earlier downside here down to the areas that we're that we could be seeing, right? Yeah, so, right. We should probably put those, we should probably put those zones down there as well, right? Okay, so yeah, this could be the area of a pullback. Hold on. 215, 214. This would be a liquid bottom, guys. Okay, conditionally, if this runs towards that towards the 225, 226 or 7, right around there, then your zone becomes this right here. Okay, but if we fail from here, right, if we fail from this area, then your bottom pocket would be this one down here, back to 214, 645. But with control, it would be this here. Okay, guys, so let me mark those off as well for you. Here you go, team, so that everybody kind of knows where we are as far as the play, right? But so far, guys, I'm gonna take this like quick little second here to tell you guys, I see you, right? I see you in the comments. Guys, I know that you're telling me things like I'm calling it day by day, and you're right. I'm right every single time, guys. I'm really not. I try my hardest for you, and I really, really want to make sure that I maintain as transparent and honest as I can when pricing these things, guys. I get nervous, right? I get nervous because there's a lot of people here, and a lot of people leverage into some of these plays. So I just have to remind you guys that. That I am trying my best, right, guys? And I appreciate that you're watching me and keeping tabs on me like that, right? Every single time the target hits, I hear the ping on YouTube saying, you nailed it. Like, I love it, guys. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate that so much. Okay, team. And also, guys, as I'm figuring out these targets here, just to let you know, guys, in a few hours here, that the Cyber Monday, the links, they're all going to expire here, guys. So make sure, remember to get your butts over to the description below on this YouTube video and pick it up before it goes away, right? And then we'll talk about whatever is next. Okay, team. So yeah, everything is still here, guys. I would honestly take advantage of the scalpers market, guys. That's going to be a 14-week mentorship. A lot of people already gaining interest for this, right? I want you to enroll. Let's learn how to figure out these targets the way that you've been seeing me do it. Okay, guys, let's do it together. Let's improve our abilities together in a class setting, and let's get it done. It's going to be live with me. Okay, team. Hit that link in the description below and send the email to arcabulls@gmail.com. Make sure that if you already purchased an algorithm or anything like this, make sure to send that TradingView username to arcabulls@gmail.com, and I'll get you situated. Okay, team. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue here with the pricing analysis for our favorite ticker here. And guys, yeah, there's a lot of support going on, right? With Trump acquiring the I believe it was the Kronos token, right? Was it really, guys? I'm gonna ask you here. Let me know in the chat below if is it actually $6 billion of Kronos? It's like at 11 cents. Did Trump actually purchase like that kind of volume on it? Like, I mean, that is absolutely insane. I mean, that also looks good for the long term of crypto. I mean, that's great. So let's see what's up. Anyway, guys, so just one more target to point out here, right? I'm going to go ahead and show you what the measured move is for this bull flag. And that would show you a target of roughly, for the more immediate short term, is going to be a 222. Actually, we are at the hard target of that bull flag right now. Should it continue towards the upside, your next resistance on this would be relative to the target of about 223, 340. You know what? I'm not sure if it is, brother. I'm not sure if it is the one from China. I'm not sure. So, guys, what I'm doing right now is I'm actually talking live here with with the trading team, right? They are observing, the recording, the filming of the XRP video. They get to have this information before anybody else. So one thing is that if you do join the Arca Bulls trading team, guys, know that I will never reach out to you first. I won't say welcome. I won't send an email like, hey, well, you know what? And it's nice to have you guys. I will never do that. I will never approach you ever, ever, ever. So if you're getting approached by an Arca, it's certainly a farce. All right, guys. But anyway, I think this is just about it, right, guys? So right now we're getting a little bit of failure on Tether. Right? It's actually moving towards that upside, just getting a little bit of a false breakdown, like we mentioned just a little bit earlier ago, right? So this can introduce, right? It can introduce the potentials of a complete retracement from here. But I also have to remind you that we do have closing bases here, right? So for example, this hourly time frame, right? Losing this volume to that downside, getting this green volume would mean that, sure, you know what? We could come back up to 5.966. Validate some resistance there alongside this average area right over here. Mark off your 50% at around this point, and that would be your overall resistance before continuing to the downside on the Tether dominance. Okay, guys. So what targets are those? They're located right over here, right? So keep that in mind, guys. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Should you have any questions or concerns, reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com. But from here, guys, got to get back to the market prep, and I will catch you very, very scary Larry later. All right, team. Adios, and yeah, adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team. Oh yeah.